In our last unit, before we wrap things up next week, we're going to be talking about modifications to your current curriculum. One of the curriculum we're going to study this week is the creative curriculum, as they've done a lot of what we've been discussing throughout our time together. There are 5 things to remember. 1, whenever we're looking at our curriculum and we're wanting to make sure to meet each child's needs, we need to differentiate. That might mean making things a little more or less challenging, or adding more or less support. It could be even changing the whole unit of study if it's something that a child already knows, or following a child in their interests. It can also be in the environment. So how are we going to create an environment that is conducive to that child's individual needs? Could it be more group time or more alone time? Within our lessons and activities, make sure that there's plenty of time for exploration, play, freedom, and flexibility. So within our lessons, especially for young learners, they need a good amount of time between more focused lessons as well to really just explore and be on their own. Are our questions and activities supporting divergent thinking? So more than one right way to do things, more than one way to get to the answer, more than one right answer. So really celebrating that unique perspective and experience. Integrated. So the more that we can have entire units of study where we're studying one thing that the students are very interested in, and we're doing it across literacy, math, science, social studies, art, and all the different areas. And as much as possible, tied to their own interests and passion areas. And then connected, which would also be related to integrated, but are we finding a connection to ourselves? So can the children see their own interests, their own lives in the experiences that they're having? When we think about integrated units of study, we're talking about units of study that go across curriculum areas. This can take days, weeks, even months based on students' interests and where you're going with the lesson. And it's best whenever possible to be tied to their interests versus something that we have pre-created. One of your tasks is to review your current curriculum or lessons that you're using, as well as the creative curriculum examples we give this week. What aspects of the current curriculum that you're using support creativity? How does it support across academic domains, across all those different areas? How integrated is it? And then what aspects would you modify or maybe add to or change to make it even more conducive to the development of creativity? This goes for all curriculum. There's no such thing as a perfect curriculum. And then last, let's look at social competencies. So CASEL has 5 core competencies, and we can see that we want to have our lessons and activities tied to the communities, families and caregivers, the school, and the classroom as much as possible. Are our lessons and activities supporting self-awareness, self-management, responsible decision-making, relationship skills, and general social awareness? And if not, how can we integrate more of this learning within each of our lessons and materials as well?